What is up? YouTube. Check this out, man. Uncle Mike got him. I done changed my diet, y'all. I don't know if I'm excited, anxiety or something, attacks. But I gotta slow down a little bit, man. I actually, I'm starting to walk, exercise more. I'm stand up doing some of these reactions and everything, man, because they so long. I'm having health issues, but I think I got it under control. I'm not sick, I ain't got no cold, but my heart is beating kind of on the pounding side. With that being said, check out Patreon. I'm trying to get in shape because I'm gonna be out in the streets helping people, doing some real help with some people. But anyway, check it out, man. Wack and big homie CeCe had an altercation. Big Meech canceled. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. They said 50 had something to do with this thing being canceled. God dang, dog. 4 extra locked up again and more. So, hey, I never seen Wack 100 or anything, but the brother looked like he my age, man. I'm 58, yeah. I'm proud of my age too. Proud to make it this far. Dude, I'm just gonna be real, man. I don't care what was said. I don't care who ran. I don't care what y'all say. I don't think you want to even get in the ring with no big homie CeCe, bro. You know, in your mind, you might think you're young, but that age thing, baby, is a mother. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Become a patron, help support the channel. We're gonna do a treasure hunt on our Patreon or scavenger hunt or something like that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, let's check this bad boy.
Adam and Wack, and we back, and there's a whole lot of beef, a whole lot of smoke.
Like 2 hours.
There's even a new album that's gonna get discussed today on the program. Where should we start? You just raced back here from Vegas after a little back and forth with big homie CeCe out there?
It wasn't even a back and forth. The dude, when we first came in, he ran.
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 The clip I saw, he looked relatively comfortable.
No, that's when we caught back up with him.
Okay.
That's like an hour and a half later.
Uh-huh.
He ran, right? Soon as we come in, Luke said, hey, homie, coming. He breaks. The homie there, Tiny Manchester, he got a security team. Shout out to, I think it's like 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 or some Juggernauts or something.
So you were how deep and he was how deep?
I mean, we wasn't even, we might have been like 7, 8 of us. Like, we was just going to do the little weed shit for the people.
Uh-huh.
So we going to do our thing. End up going over there. I forget bro name. Was it Johnny Dang? You know, do all the jury and
Johnny
shit.
Dang, yeah.
Johnny Dang. He asked me to come over there. I went and sat down with him, did his thing. And on our way out, we caught him. So when we caught him, I wanted to test him. I said, yo, bro, what's all this shit you be saying? And why, you know, soon as I said that, he opens his phone. That's the clip I put up.
Okay.
He said, yo, man, you know, I'm online with the cops because I'm helping save.
Go to the Wack Instagram if you want to see this.
I'm helping save, you know, sex trafficking victims, right?
Okay.
So I'm like this in my point in my life, Adam. My first thought whenever I'm standing in front of somebody where people don't know is to break your shit. So I'm in a mental battle to tell myself not to do it. So I'm always looking for a reason not to do it. Because it's easy for me to do. Soon as I seen the dude head sweating and all this shit, and I see him saying, yo, man, y'all just too powerful on the internet. We should join forces and all this and all that. And I'm looking at him, I'm telling myself, all right, I know he just served loose with a restraining order.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh,
he admits to it, right?
I didn't know about
It's probably like a week, 2 weeks ago. I'm in front of him and I seen fidgety and he nervous, right? So I'm telling myself, hey, look, bro, some of the crazy shit you say, it ain't cool. He like, Wack, all right, cool, great, right? At that point, I said, all right, I need you to go back to our booth and take pictures with our people. I want to see where he at.
So in your mind, it's like, I'm not going to swing on him, but I'm going to make a weird demand that he do something that he might not normally be inclined to do.
Shouldn't have did it.
To just demonstrate that you have control over him?
Exactly. We got paid to do it. He know that, right? So I'm like, come on, right? I got the owner. We called him. He like, no, y'all made that dude cut about booth, take pictures, sit down, do all kind of shit. I want to see where he at. So once he did that, to me, it was kind of like a gesture. He gonna stop the weird shit, right?
Okay.
So at that point, we're walking out. I'm not. That's what he has. He has me on my phone because I get a call from my business manager, and we're walking out. But I'm not paying attention. He ain't saying nothing. He just got his phone. At this point, you're harmless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here, and I'm starting. Well, I know. I understand in this world. The personality that a person shows on social media, I can't deal with them like we dealt with our enemies growing up in the street. Our enemies growing up in the street was just as vicious as we were.
You see each other, it's on sight, no matter what.
Yeah, it's not, you see, man, I ain't mean nothing by it. He opens his phone, the audio's there. He's like, look, I deal with the police. When I'm looking at him the whole time. You do not let Wack at 5'8", 240. You don't let me get in firing range. I'm telling the world that. Don't let me get in firing range. I don't box.
Wow.
Right? Because at that time, if you're anybody of height, you're at a disadvantage.
Because he's up here.
Yeah, but it don't matter.
He's like
at
6'6" or something.
When you see me standing in front of him, your chin is in firing range. I don't give a about how many weights you lift, how tall you are. 3-4 pounds of pressure.
Like punch out.
To that chin, your ass going to bed. And over my years of fighting, it is proven I have what it takes to put your ass to bed, right? So at this point, once I didn't post it on you, you either got two options. Stand there and have a conversation or get off. Because if you try to bag up, I'm going to rush you. Because bagging up, you stepping out of my strike zone, right? But I'm reading his demeanor. He's actually a nice dude. Like, he's like a Flacco.
Wow, I don't know about that.
Bro, I'm telling you.
How is he like a Flacco? He talks on the internet, but
anytime a man won't make eye contact with you, right? See, a big body is because of genetics of your parents.
That is a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like things you do growing up gives you a big body, right? It's the genetics of your parents.
You're stuck with your height.
And I'm going to tell you, the disadvantage of a grown dude with a big body, 9 times out of 10, they didn't have to fight that much. You get what I'm saying?
Facts. That's facts.
When I'm like, like when you meet Flacco, you can tell Flacco means no harm. He's a character.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You see him on the stage talking his shit. He's talking his shit. That's his edit. But when you actually meet Flacco and you go to have a conversation, everything about Flacco's telling you what? Come on, bro. He's not.
He's not a threat.
He's not a threat. And that's what I mean. Like, he wasn't a threat. I mean, you know, Adam, mother feel you a threat. I mean, but the audio's there. You can look at the audio.
What was Luce's disposition during all this?
Luce, I made stand behind me.
Because you are capable of tripping, but Luce's default setting is to trip on whoever.
So what I did, I had Luce in a position to where if I seen him move through my parentheal, I could have stepped in. You know what I'm saying? Because he's spontaneous, right? And I'm knowing he didn't serve Luce with the restraining shit. So we contracted to be here, so I'm like, Luce, don't even...
And what was this event?
It was whatever that shit is in Vegas, Champs.
Okay.
Champs. So we went to the Pixie.
But it was like a convention, right?
Yeah, convention. A whole bunch of marijuana. Mike Tyson's ring down there. Ray J was down there promoting his Magnum shit. The Pixie shit. That's some shit that we probably should do because everybody asking for you. I'm down there. It was a bunch of people. Johnny Dane came and found me. So I told bro he need to come in and do something with us. He with it. You know what I mean? So, but like at the end of the day, what I don't like is like when I seen you, when we first seen him, he ran. Luke seen him first. Hey, homie, come here. Like he got on, and I'm glad he got on. right? Because if they had been able to catch up with him, it might would have went somewhere. We was able to go to our area, hour and a half, 2 hours, go do some interviews, laugh, joke, BS, you know what I'm saying? And then run back into him to where I was able to, yo, homie, what's happening? Nah, Wack, man, I want to do some work. Look, I work with the police, man. I'm helping the people, you know, the boo. When I see that, his head is sweating, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm really not a bully type dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of dude. My come up is not to be. I fought the bullies.
So did you see the clip? I don't think it was Big Homie CeCe who posted it. I think it was his brother, Dugar. But he posted like a selfie-style video.
Pull up my page, and you can see the video and audio.
Right, I saw that, but I also
That's after we're walking out. That's look, I done made you take pictures. I done got at you like, homie, what's happening with this funny shit? You didn't. I work with the police. Whoop de whoop. Okay, you know what, Wack? You know what you right. Y'all just too powerful on the internet. This, that. I don't want. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
I let you go. But it's, you know, and I was telling my girl, I was telling R&B, I'm like, it's dangerous because coming up, when we came up, Lil John, our op knew what it was, like we knew what it was, right? Okay, you got that in, you whatever, we just know. Now, a motherfucker be talking crazy, you see him, boom, they calling the police.
So peep this. This is a video that was posted on, I believe, his brother's Instagram.
Yeah, I'm talking to Travis right there.
Why is there no audio? What's going on? 1 second.
Always harassing me. Always fucking this out here with these niggas always harassing me. Always fucking this out here with these niggas.
So it's like a 3-second clip. His words are, I'm out here with these N-words always harassing me. You're looking down at your phone.
Yeah.
Luce looks into the camera, throws up his set. To be fair, Big Homie CeCe does have a smile on his face.
This is after we already done got to understand it. Now go to my page.
Okay, yeah, we can watch yours too.
Right? We didn't got to understand it. Wait a minute, what? I'm more prone these days to give a motherfucker out, bro. You want out, I'm gonna give you that out because I already know what come with it if I don't.
If you swing on him, then
he gonna call the police. He going to bed. You in my strike range right there. There it goes. Slide it. No, the left one. The left one.
To the reels.
No. I don't know. It might be on reels. You know the shit better than me.
Or is it?
If you done went to that post and just slid it, I don't know if you can slide.
Oh, it's like that. Okay, got it.
That was on it.
Yeah.
Go to the third one. Look.
Let's get on the A's.
Okay.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. You hear me? Law enforcement.
Quote unquote, I have to let law enforcement know.
Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, like, so I'm like, okay, look at him. Now, anybody that know Wack, LJ, you know when I square off in front of you, my mind is plotting.
So his brother commented, I thought y'all was going to beat us when you seen us. LOL, you all teeth. And
I don't know where his brother was at. His brother must have left him for dead because he should have been standing with him.
Bro, stop lying. I got the footage on my page. You was on your best behavior. Damn. So you're saying that this is a situation in which
first walked in,
you had the conversation, whatever was said, what transpired in the conversation, now we have two different Instagram videos that are both painting different narratives.
When I get at him, I say, homie, what's happening with all this weird shit you be saying? He immediately says, Wack, man, I'm into finding the sex trafficking ladies. I work with the police. Right? That's what he's saying, right? So I'm like, I'm looking at him. His head is perspiring. And I'm telling myself, I'm not getting the energy like he want the problem. Now, whoever his brother was, I didn't see him. So if you was 10 feet away, you on some busted shit anyway. Because ain't no way none of my homeboys see his 3-4 cats in front of me and ain't taking a position either behind them or on the side of me.
Right.
So whoever he was, right? So I just made the decision that, like, I let him make it because I seen it in his eyes. Like, I seen it. There wasn't no venom there. It was all whack. It ain't nothing like that. If you keep listening to it, like, you guys are just powerful on the internet.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I said, well, bro, I don't even know you. This is my first time ever laying eyes on you. But you know you've been lying on these artists, so I exposed you. I brought the security people up, but these artists, nobody knows you.
So is this primarily about him saying that shit about Busta Rhymes, or what was his primary
That's how it started,
offense?
right? Because they kept telling me, big homie CeCe, security, and I'm telling myself, I've been in this game so long, like I know the key names, security. So when you mention Busta, that's special. Off the rip.
Right.
That's my right in. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I don't know no bigger. I call special. He's like, I don't know who that is, Wack. So then I call my man, R&B, our guy in Miami, PK. Now, PK, right? He's out of Miami Gardens. Haitian, the dude I called, and he said, no, we eat dogs, that dude.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So he has worked with every security team, and more than likely, if an artist got a security team, he subcontracted them out. He said, Wack, we've been looking to catch this dude. Where he come from?
Why are they trying to get him?
Because they hear him telling all these fake stories. Right? So now
Oh my God.
I get him on the 100 show on the YouTube channel. I bring him up. They like, bro, who are you? Who you work with? He screams, well, I am. See, one thing about Wack, you can't just say some name, because I'll call him. I'll call Will. Will said, first of all, Wack, you know, if I do have security, they're Mexican. You know, Will I Am is a black dude that the Mexicans in East LA will murder your ass behind. He's from East LA for real. We respect that. He said, second of all, R&B, you know this to be true. Last time we saw Will I Am at the airport, who was with him? Nobody.
Really?
Will runs around worse than you. Nobody, right? Like you said, Wack, you know I don't do that. So I said, yo, Will I Am don't even know you. So what he was doing is he was taking artists. When's the last time you saw Busta Rhymes on social media doing some shit if it ain't him releasing an album or something like that?
No, didn't he get arrested for beating somebody up recently?
But that's them posting on him.
Right.
He doesn't be on there. So what he did, he strategically targeted certain artists that he know they don't be on social media, and he's telling these stories. They're not gonna dispute them because that's not what they do.
Right.
I know these people. Right?
Wow.
So I address him. We expose he's lying. So now everybody like, oh, you lying. Now people saying something.
Wow.
So, you know, him and Luce pulled up on him. That's why he put the restraining order on him. He dropped the pen, Luce went over there to his spot. He called the police, right? So this is the first time we run into him, but I see already he's just a guy that's really trying to play social media, and he's gonna be a guy that's gonna put himself in a situation to where it's gonna bite him. Because see, yesterday we was all up under the lights.
Wow.
You can see everybody.
Right.
It's gonna come a time to where it's gonna be some darkness, and you're gonna be playing with the wrong person, and for no reason, and it's not worth it because you think it's some clout. Somebody gonna bite you, and you're not gonna be able to tell. So everybody not playing.
How is this situation going to change when I can already see how this is going to go? Right now, there are different people on the line trying to get an interview with him in which he's going to tell a very different version of the story.
It's right there.
Is that going to change how you approach this going forward? Because you see in that
if I see him again,
they had the 3-second clip.
this is the thing. Now I know this. He said it in the thing. In that clip. They was telling me earlier, yo, Wack gonna be here today. Right? And he's like, man, I'm not tripping, it's all love, right? So I've learned that when I first see a person, approach them and try to have a conversation, because in this social media game, there's a small percentage of those that's really on that. Right? And if he was really on that, when we walked in, he wouldn't have ran. Or if he did run, he was going to get his people, and then he would have doubled back to what we were standing for. And we good with that. Whatever comes with it, we willing to accept that. We not tripping. But with him, he know now we can't have a conversation.
Okay.
You know, I would really challenge you, big homie CeCe, as I'm saying right now, if there, in the event, there's an altercation with big homie CeCe with me, anything done to me by big homie CeCe, I'm going to waive it off as a mutual combat. It won't be no lawsuits. It won't be no police calling. I really would like him to go on social media and say the same. So when we see each other and the thump happen, you not running over there to law. We establishing that it's a mutual combat.
Oh, shit.
Lawsuits, no none of that. Dude like
shit.
6'5". On Paru, I put him to bed. He knockout bait. On some real shit. Like I could see the bitch in him. Like, and I really don't want to do it, but it seems like you keep playing. And unfortunately, I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? My woman to tell you how many times I let people make it because I feel like what you put in the universe gonna come back. And that's one thing I learned not to do from Suge by watching him doing it. Abusing your influence and your authority. I get calls all the time. We looking at such and such. It's an issue, but it ain't that serious. I'm like, let him be. I deal with it when I deal with it. Because I feel like everything ain't to be dealt with like that. And my people, I love my people to where I don't want to have them in situations to where they get caught up doing something like that.
Right.
It wasn't plotted, it wasn't planned, so it might not be executed right. Maybe an off-duty cop did a camera. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like a squabble is the closest thing to death.
Right.
Could hit you a certain way. You could fall. You might not come back. So, you know, at this point in time, you know, I'm letting you know anything happen. Win, lose, or draw, ain't won't be no lawsuits, no police calling, none of that. I come out with a pumpkin head. That is a mutual combat with me and you. Can you please, CeCe, on somebody's something, get the same verbal thing so when we bump into each other, it ain't no hollering, it ain't no smiling, it ain't none of that. Because I gave you that and then you kind of abused it.
Right. By trying to paint this alternate narrative. Okay.
Like, I could have, like, Adam, you know how I go. We could have.
He was DMing me basically like claiming to have taken the W in the situation as well. And it was from his brother's page, but I almost feel like his Instagram might be down right now because everything seems like it's being posted on his brother's page.
You've been around me and my team a long time.
Yeah.
If we own that, ain't no talking.
If he was acting tough in that situation, I believe that you guys probably would have.
We'd have mopped him all through there.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Straight up. It ain't no.
Especially Loose. Loose is a.
Not only that, I'm going to tell you what comes with it, right? When we go on events like this, we running the homies. Donut them over there. Tiny Manchester them over there. The homie Creep from 6-0 who with, you know, Luke over there. Like, we run into at least about 15, 20 more people. The white dude, he like, we in here.
What white dude?
From Dallas. Jen Lee.
You saw him at this thing?
Yeah,
oh,
Jen
shit.
Lee.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he put the photos up.
Sounds like
I
fun.
stayed in the building 3 hours.
Okay.
I went and did 2-3 more podcasts so I could promote No Jumper, promote us, promote my woman, and look out and like do things for people so when we need them to do shit for us, right? So that's what I'm thinking. We stayed, we had an obligation to be there an hour. We stayed in our booth an hour and a half. We went with everybody else's booth. We probably spent about 3 hours in there, right? But when you in there, you know, they like, we here, we over there. Like, so now we didn't came in 8, 9 deep, but it's now it's a mob. Because once they see us moving, everything is gonna move.
Right.
That's just how that works. So, but and see, I'm conscientious of that, Adam.
I don't like that they're posting pictures of R&B, dragging her into it.
She wasn't even there. But
Yeah,
see,
that's
this
cool.
is where dude
She wasn't
crosses
even
the
there.
line.
Damn,
You know what I'm saying?
she wasn't even
Because
there.
when I go over there and he see me take a picture with his mama, kissing her on her cheek, right? Because your politics ain't right. You know, one thing about the exposers, when you do things and people that don't like you, they send us everything. I don't even ask for it. So when he look up and I take a picture and I post it saying, big homie CeCe has a very gracious mother and I'm kissing her on her cheek, or opening her door for her, don't get mad because you brought that into it.
Well, you know, a lot of moms need some love out there, so.
Or a swift kick in the ass, you never know.
Oh, don't kick his mom's
I
ass.
mean, 500, boy, shit get to getting different.
Okay, my issue with Big Homie CeCe, which we're still cool or whatever, but basically, like, when I was going to the porn awards, at first we were planning on being there for
Holy shit he did with you.
4 days or whatever in a row. So, you know, whenever I go to Vegas do this porn awards thing, I have security, but I was thinking to myself, it would be hilarious if I showed up with Big Homie CeCe and his brother as my security just because they're viral right now and everything like that. So I hit him with this plan. I tell him about this idea, and he's on board. We start talking about numbers, etc. But then along the way, the Plug Talk team, we decide that we're only going to go for 1 day instead of 4 days. And at that point, it ends up I just use regular security. And so at some point, King Yella basically starts reiterating everything that I said to big homie CeCe, because at one point I said, yo, it's going to be funny as because the only person in Vegas that I could think of that would want to do anything to me is King Yella. And I said, I'm going to show his ass. I'm going to call security and get him banned from the event preemptively so he can't even show up. That. But I never did it. But King Yella was going around telling people that I did it. To me. Yeah.
So that means big homie CeCe backdooring you, telling King Yella what it was. And then he also told you.
The GDs.
He told Adam, the security people at the hotel
which is
said they're gonna do something to you because of me and Luce. Like,
exactly.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
That was another one where I'm like, okay, this sounds like it was made up out of thin air.
What are you talking about? The security at the hotel.
Yeah.
Man, I don't play the strip. I don't gamble. We go to the strip because we just want to go to the strip, get a room, chill out, and whatever. Like, right? Or we going to an event. But I mean, I promise you, like, dude, I hate to say it, dude is gonna let this bite him for no reason. Because I really talked to you as a man for the first time you see in your life, and you bowed it down, and you like, bro, you work with the police to get to stop the human trafficking of ladies and Wack. I work with the police, so I don't want no problems, and I'm looking at you, your head is sweating, you wondering, you moving, you fidgeting. and so I like, you know what, let him make it. Like, I'm not really like one of those. I come from that era. We used to do that, smash him anyway. But for what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For what? You know what I mean? So it's like, I just let him make it.
Okay, hopefully that situation doesn't get too crazy. But I do have another situation involving Loose Cannon that I just observed on YouTube. So basically, G-Face from Troubles, the real G-Face, he was doing an interview on a live stream thing with somebody else, and that person says, you want me to get Loose Cannon on this call? He taps Loose Cannon into the call. Loose Cannon basically starts telling G-Face, who, from everything I can tell, is taken pretty seriously in the streets. People definitely regard him as having a reputation and whatnot. Loose starts telling him right away, we got to get down. Now, apparently the issue is that when G-Face did the podcast with Brig Baby and Spider-Loc, in which Spider-Loc basically was on the verge of having a heart attack and passing out in his chair, that Spider-Loc goes to dap up G-Face, and G-Face does some kind of handshake, I think he called it N fingers, that was considered disrespectful to the Roland card.
Dang.
I'm not sure exactly.
You did that to Spider?
Something along these lines.
Spider's a neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't.
But G-Face gave him a handshake that Loose regards as disrespectful.
Well, I've met G-Face. Well, I've never met him in person, but I talked to him the first time on Loose phone. So I know they familiar with.
Well, they got to get down. That's the new development. They got to get down.
That's like Brick Baby's people, right?
They are
Somewhere
good friends, yes.
Right?
Yeah. They're cousins, actually, I believe.
I believe that's where the content came from. A dude over there with T-Rail getting his colors took.
The vest.
The best.
Smack got his vest
That's where it come from. Remember I was trolling you with it?
Oh, that was related to that?
That's where it came from. That's the first time I talked to him. Yeah, that's his homie. They from the same neighborhood.
Right.
So I don't know if Luke's seen that. He gonna take it like that. You know, I'm really like, listen. When it comes to Loose Cannon, I'm in a catch-22.
Why is that?
Because I know the things he do, what it could lead to. But I've grown to embrace him like a brother.
You can say love.
No, I embrace him. I love him too.
Okay.
I ain't gonna let nothing happen to him.
Okay.
So,
but he's a little bit more extra'd out than you at this point in your life.
It's not about extra'd out. That's really who he is.
Right.
An extra'd out individual, I'm not gonna with you because you pretending.
Well, he's down to fight a lot of people. More than most people.
No, Luke's down. He gonna jump.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm trying to
jump.
I'm trying to show him. I believe when certain things is put in my path is for me to do something about it. So it's a thin line because he's extremely smart when it comes to his business. He's just still reckless on the other side.
Right.
So it's a daily thing. R&B will tell you, daily thing to where I'm in his ear trying to get him to let's see things a little different. Right? Let's see it a little different. Because I know his potential. He ain't one of these dudes that's just like a dummy and he just gang bang out and he don't have no sight or no vision of life. He has that, but he's still a firecracker. So I'm trying to get him to settle into, you know, his obligation and responsibility first and foremost as a father, as a parent, as a husband, as a provider.
Right.
Because if I can get him to think that first, it'll calm him down.
Yeah.
Loose running outside. You could put $1 billion of gold right here, Loose. It's our gift to you.
There's
right?
a squabble outside. He's going to the squabble.
But if they say this dude G-Face outside,
yeah.
he running outside.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's a, you know, I'm trying to get him to, and really, I'm going to be real, it's going to take him to learn how to ignore certain things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because people are doing
There
things
you
to get
go.
his attention because they know he'll respond.
There you
Because
go.
once he responds, then the people that follow him will follow them. So I think he's starting to catch on to that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't respond to everybody.
There you go.
Even if you want to, respond to him when you catch up with him.
Right.
You
There you
can't
go.
do it. They want you. Like, these dudes these days will accept the ass whooping to get the clout.
Makes sense.
That's facts, baby. That's facts. Yeah. Look at Orlando Brown talking about hit me. With my man, the same dude that's gonna talk a little later, where they gonna talk about him being locked up again. Hit me. Yeah, you would take it up the Wazusi, the squash, for the clout. You'd do anything for the clout. What would you do for the clout? That's what he's saying. Yeah.
You can't do it. They want you. Like, these dudes these days will accept the ass whooping to get the clout.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Straight
That's going to be a tough transition for Luce. I'm sure it was difficult for him to even be in this heated conversation with big homie CeCe without doing anything.
No, what it is, I kind of limit him to the conversation. Because his whole thing, now if he'd have called him because I didn't see him when we first walked in, Luce did. Right? If he'd have called him then, Luce had the upper hand because he would have reacted.
Right.
And then by the time he reacted, it's moving. So now once it's moving, it's just what it is. But the second go around, I was able to get an eye on him first.
Right.
And I'm able to let me holler at him. Cause I mean, I don't, you know, my man Coffee from Chicago, cats that know him, they're like, Wack, he's nothing like that. And I get that he's caught up. Take a nobody who got on by telling fake stories at 𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦, and now everybody wants to talk to you. Like Adam, to us, it's no big deal. We don't give a shit about talking to nobody. Right? We can talk to whoever we want to. We can go on our own phone and people are going to show up. You take a nobody who's been walking down the street all his life. He couldn't make the baseball team, basketball team. He was too slow, too much of a loser to be a lineman, right? And now all of a sudden you came up with this plan to where you could tell these stories about these people and people believe you, and now people want to talk to you. Now they want to pay you to talk to you, and you getting paid just to sit up there and lie, right? At that point in time, the clout has you. It's like crack. You take that first hit, you chasing the high.
Wow.
It has him, but it's threatening because now you might be dealing with somebody to where they're going to deal with it a little more serious. There's some people in this world that's serious. People in this world I got issues with that's serious. And we understand it's serious. I just don't care.
Right.
And I'm ready and willing to deal with whatever comes with that. So, you know.
No, 100%.
So, you know.
I also just want to say free 4 extras because he went and got his ass locked up again.
Nephew ain't going to like this.
4 extras.
I don't respect it.
Don't respect what?
Nothing he's in right now.
Why you say that? As far as I know, people saw pictures of him in cuffs.
Listen.
He said he was just at the corner
Listen.
store hanging out with Dodie Six and that the cops came by and were talking about violating him. I don't know if that's actually what got him locked up a few days later.
I'm going to say it because I got genuine love for him. See, you got people that got genuine love for you, then you got your homeboys who just letting you do what you want to do, and they not going to tell you what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? When he first came home, right? Had a conversation with him. I said, yo, what's your terms and condition on your parole or probation? I got an ankle monitor on. I got to give him 4 months. I ain't supposed to be in gang areas. I ain't supposed to be in the hood. Okay, stay out the hood. Get off the ankle monitor. Right? With this thing, that Adam's gonna do for you, that we're all Adam
invested in.
Right? I'm telling you, bro, bring him in. I think you like Wack. I really love, build with him. And look, he created a lane. He did some Draco shit. Right? Draco created a sound, and you always champion that. He created a lane talking about fighting in jail. And now we look up, we got 3-4 other dudes now trying to fall in that lane. That's a 4 extras created lane.
This is true. Nobody cared about jail squabbles that much prior to this.
Damn.
But now
a dude came to me that did some time, was talking about doing a thing about jail and fighting in jail and everything. Man, y'all act like you bring an original idea. Oh man, these people are clowns, man. They clowns. Golly, I didn't even think about that.
Got 3-4 other dudes
do that research.
Now trying to fall in that lane. That's a 4 extras created lane.
This is true. Nobody cared about jail squabbles that much prior to this.
Right?
Yeah.
But now, not only did he create a lane, he got a job, a 6-figure paying job. Okay? What else does it take, nephew, for you to remove yourself from that? That's going to erase your opportunity. Right? Every 90 days, it's a Lupe jail call.
Yeah.
No, nephew. When I saw you, I embraced you. I went in my pocket for you. It told you, stay on the street, stay away from that. Now, when I see you, I ain't gonna say a word to you until your ass off paper. Because you, right, took your opportunity for granted. Ain't no telling where this would have took him. It's like he got a song that's moving.
Because if it's just the parole violations and he gets thrown in for another month or whatever, but it's like, what if this turns into a longer sentence?
Because see, now, listen, okay, you going for a parole violation, probation violation, right?
Right.
Now you go in there and you stab him. Now you get booked for something else, or a motherfucker stab you.
That is so crazy to think he's in the county jail right now, dealing with all the shit that he's basically made a name talking about. That is wild.
Right. No, we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
Because now it's a different situation for him now, right? So now, I told him, I say, nephew, stay out of the hood. Take your girl, get your laptop, do your live shit, come down here, work in the building, build your brand, get these people 4 months to get off of that ankle monitor. Get off of that, because when you're on an ankle monitor, the next step is back in jail. See, when you get that monitor off, then the next step could be back to an ankle monitor, right? Get further away from being, incarcerated.
Right.
And what I don't like that he did is he didn't acknowledge his opportunity. He told me, Unc, I love the hood, I gotta go. Nephew, Vernon Avenue don't love you. Your homies love you. But the police know where Vernon Avenue is at. The environment we come from, when you went over there, you made it worse. What you did was a gift and a curse. You went over there and supported. You did what most people wouldn't do. But the fact that Adam 22 was in the 40s with 4 extras shooting a video, and then he gives him a job, a salary, and then he puts the video up on the YouTube channel, that took his hate rate from his ops, his internal homies, up 400%. You did nothing wrong. You damn if you damn if you don't. If you don't do it, you ain't supporting. If you do it, right? Oh, it's because of Adam, right? No. So at some point, 4 extras, you do that, you got to know when to hit and get out the way. Right.
Okay, because like he called me after the cops put him in cuffs that one day, and he's talking to me, and it's all making sense, but he's at, like, I understand that it bothers him that the cops can just pull up and put him in cuffs and they maybe violate him.
Get out of that. Get out of that.
Just by hanging out in the parking lot, hanging out with a couple of his friends. This to him is so unfair, but at the end of the day, the cops have your balls on a vice grip. You got to do whatever the they tell you to do. Or you're gonna keep getting locked up. It's like you got to play the game at least for a while.
This is where I'm disappointed. You keep making it easy for him. You got opportunity that people would die for. And you won't say, you know what? Let me shut this down so I can get further away from this. Get off this ankle monitor, get off this paper, continue to build my brand and continue to grow.
Yeah.
He won't do it because off the back, I got to go to the hood. Now, when he go to the hood, everybody in the hood is saying, dumbass nigga, if I was me, nigga, I would have been nowhere over there.
It seems
That's what they saying.
Very foreign to him to stay ducked off.
He has to.
He's never done it in his whole life.
He never had a salary in his whole life.
That's yeah.
He never had access. You're an up-and-coming rapper. You got access to one of the largest platforms. Not only do you have that, you got access to two individuals that can say, Bootleg Kev interviewing. Hey, y'all interviewing. Yo, Vlad, I know he may not, but let's slide him in there to help. But now, you in there hollering on me 2,700 off the back. Nephew, we don't want to hear it. We ain't celebrating when your ass get out. You need to get out. I hope you have the safest, worstest experience right now in LA County Jail, because maybe that'll keep your ass from wanting to go back. I say this out of love and respect. Now, guess what? Here comes the curse side. Because he has created this frenzy that he wasn't trying to create, everybody in they mama gonna want to fight.
Yeah.
He gonna have the most squabbles, whether he wanted or not right now. We saw Alshon Martin come out. He want to fight. The Devil Lane dude, he talking about what he talking about. The Inglewoods, they talking about what they talking about. Everybody now coming out saying this, that, and the other. So now that he's in there, everybody's gonna want a shot at the title.
So you mentioned 𝗗𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦. He and I, you tell me if I'm moving right. So I had an interview scheduled with 𝗗𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦.
He told me y'all been communicating.
From jail. And we were going to do it. And then I had a conversation with 4Extras, and he really was not feeling the optics of a guy who's essentially risen to prominence on the internet by talking about 4Extras, getting an interview right after. Now, traditionally,
that's some punk shit you do, though.
Okay, so like I told
you know you favor the Crips, because when it come to Wack, you don't give.
Okay, so
you're
taking the same stance that Brick Baby took, because I told Brick Baby when he first started working here, listen, I fuck with you, I got love for you, but ultimately we're making content. I can't say no to interviewing somebody just because they got problems with you.
Depending on what it is.
But I did feel like this was a slightly different situation, because this is a guy that probably we wouldn't really be talking about if it wasn't for the conflict with 4Extras. But in addition to that, it's just the fact that I know 4Extras is not necessarily advanced enough in his understanding of this content world. He's not in the same position as you or Brick. Brick is down to sit down with people that are from opposing neighborhoods.
Listen, I gotta say
4Extras
this.
not there.
I gotta say this because I'm obligated to say this. You get a Crips a voice up here. It's only one Damu in this build. And that's me. And we talk about everything in the world.
We do content with Munchie all the time.
Everything? Not all the time. No, you don't. Once every 6 months, Munchie might be up here.
I'm getting one this week.
So my thing about it is this, right? You got to get a homies a voice. If 𝗵𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦 want to call in and do an interview, you got to get the same homies a voice that you give on when you bring other cats up here who got a voice against them. It's just real talk.
Well, now it's real bad because he's locked. 4Extras locked up. So now I really can't do it.
What you mean you can't do it?
Well, unless 4Extras agreed to it, but I don't want it. I don't want it to look like 4Extras got locked up. So now I'm actually doing the interview that I previously said I wasn't going to do.
You didn't have people come up here to totally slander my name, right?
But you get it. You're in the content game. You understand it more than 4Extras gets it at this point.
You can't silence the homies, right? When they want to respond, I'm going to speak for the Damu card. If a Damu want to respond, I don't give a f about what Crip got to say nothing up here, right? Let him respond. Now, I'm not saying let him call in and diss 4Extras hood and talk about 4Extras kids and mama. I'm not going to stand for that, right? But if you're going to have the conversation, homie, get a homies, because it ain't now building bigger than Wack 100. No other dude in this building outside of yourself, right, has the reach that I have. So if I got to take the scrutiny of my alleged ops, some of them I don't know, calling in, coming in, sitting in this seat and doing interviews and speaking against my name, that's content is going on the thing is what it is, then guess what? Guess what? All these other dudes in here,
they got to deal with it too.
Brick Baby got to deal with it when Loose come in. 4Xers don't got more seniority than Brick Baby. It's just real shit.
And Brick Baby was calling it Crip favoritism.
No, that's what it is. Right? You can't, because I haven't told you, hey, this, that. You got all and it's what it is. People be like, why Adam? Look, man, Adam is running his business. Right? He running his business. That's cool. I know Adam, certain things Adam's not going to do. He's not going to allow a motherfucker come up here, disrespect my family shit. He going to let motherfucker run his content. But, bro, you cannot. The people want to hear it. Right? And now it's like, well, 4Xers, why are you trying to silence it?
Because from my perspective, it's like, this is the WWE. And you are not Hulk Hogan without a new dude every week or every couple weeks who wants to take on Hulk Hogan.
This is what I'm getting. And I ran the content. I'm the first one defending 4Xers when the shit came out. Think about what I'm telling you. Now, Baby B Braze is damn near raised by Lil Mont from Devil Lane. That's my brother, Antonio Moses. We 12 years old. We in Camp Miller with 5 Bloods and 80 Crips. You know, when it was bad, right? But when the Baby B Braze content came out, I went on the thing, you watched me, and defended 4Xers. I said, listen, I never hear 4Xers drop names. I never hear him say he whooped everybody ass.
Right.
I hear him say he squabble all his enemies.
But to be fair, B Braze didn't say that he knocked 4Xers out.
Okay.
That got manipulated at some point.
Go to my YouTube channel, I covered all that. B Braze said he banged his hood. He told him, let's go get down. He went to go get down. When they was fighting, 4Xers started jumping up and down saying, yeah, I like, that's some third shit.
I like you.
That's
I
our
like
third
you.
fight, right? I like, right?
I'm going to start saying that during podcasts.
Yeah, everything he said, and I pointed these things out, right? he didn't say either one of them knocked each other out, right? But when everybody that calls me, Rico, he a Crip from Hawthorne Thug family, that's the one who been on J. Reed bumper. A lot of Crips that was there said, Wack, Baby B Braze got him. But so what? 4Xers got down. He ain't run, he ain't ball up.
Right.
He ain't taking shit. And that was my thing is always hear 4Xers say he squabbles up. Now, since then, it's been a bunch of people calling in with all kind of accusations, saying things, right, that I'm not going to say because I haven't had the conversation with 4Xers. 4Xers ain't on the street to defend a lot of these things people were saying that allegedly happened, right? And, nephew still, he's still nephew. But what I'm saying is he can't stop the homies from calling in and having a voice against, it's two sides to the story. If a Damu want to call in here and say, homie, I'm the one this happened with, then you can't say, because it really looked bad on 4Xers to try to silence him. You know what I'm saying?
Because from my perspective, I understand why he wants to, encourage that interview not happening because of the optics. But at the same time, the thing about B Braze, the optics of me hiring him, promoting him, building him up, and then bringing on somebody who realistically has negative things to say about him.
Well, you do it to me.
Yeah, but it seems a little different.
I'm already where I'm at, but
okay. You ready?
I don't trip it.
This is what you would be super opposed to. I go pluck some random guy who doesn't like you out of Pacoima and give him an interview.
No, I
because
wouldn't be.
He's a random.
You know why I wouldn't be?
He hasn't earned the right to sit on this platform.
You know why I wouldn't be?
The B Braze thing I think is different because realistically, when have you ever seen somebody build a platform on YouTube this significant from just yapping into their phone from jail? That's pretty unique to me.
I talked to J Hood. I called him Lil Robbie.
He's the other one.
I don't even call him J Hood because he's a little bastard that ran for me and his daddy at Birmingham High School.
J Hood did.
Yes, I know him.
Wait, when was this?
We talking about
he was in high school?
Yeah, he was going to Birmingham High. His daddy, his mother, rest in peace.
Why are you pulling up to the high school for a fight?
No, he was going to the high. We made him move from Carson to Woodland Hills to stay with his father.
Why?
That's 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 son.
Oh, okay.
𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦.
Thing with my situation.
Okay.
So he like, Wack, my son, he wild. Where should I send him? I'm like, send him to Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we check in. I think he might have had a fight or something. So when we go back, take him back up there, he tell us he ain't going back up to the school. So now I'm calling the homies. I'm like, I'm trying to see maybe it's the homies up there deep, but what's going on? So when we get him back up to the school, this when I realized I was getting older. Little motherfucker hit the fence on us, was out of there. I couldn't catch him. Me and Box is in a Phantom Rolls Royce trying to find him. We speeding up and down Victory or whatever the street is in a Phantom Rolls Royce on 24s, the one I brought to the hood to shoot the Hood Still In Me video with Stacey Adams, right? And Big Y, right? You gonna pull up the Hood Still In Me, that's Box Rolls Royce. That's his car, right? That was his car. The white one, right? So I know Lil Robbie, right? Before the J Hood shit. So when me and his daddy be getting at it, he'll call me and he be like, what? I got my pops on the line. I don't want to be in the middle of y'all shit, but could you stop?
How long is J Hood doing?
13. He doing 14 out of 14.
Because
he maxed out.
B-Bray's doing double life,
I think
right?
he LWOP'd out.
That's crazy.
He got a LWOP, life without parole.
Okay, yeah.
Right? But he's a real character. I'm not a real character. He's a real individual from where he's from.
Right.
You know, when Lil Mont called me and say, Wack, this one of mine, he literally stayed with me on the street. Like Third. I don't deal with Third as my homie from my neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know Third whole family. I don't, when I gotta talk to Third, he know, don't talk no gang shit to me because I'm gonna talk to you like I'm talking to you in front of your mama or your uncle. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Third's uncles didn't gang bang. Then he got another side that was the drug kingpins of my whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But when his uncle got shot up by the essays, it was Wack went over there and laid everything down. He wasn't even from my neighborhood, but that's what it is. So he's probably him and 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 and Lil Jon the only men that could get in my car.
So, okay, I was talking to them, and they said Wack's always in the hood. Meaning you could pull up, go get a burger.
Whenever I want to.
You'll see Wack randomly getting a burger by himself.
They get mad because I go over there by myself. By the time they realize, they like, Wack was at Keys, he come through the park, he was when I feel like going over there, look, respectfully, this is real shit. And I don't like to say this because I come from it. But the life I'm living, the goals and things that I'm chasing, nothing about any of my landscape has a park. You get what I'm saying? I have my own park in my backyard.
Right.
Literally. It's on the internet. I got a park in my backyard.
Mini golf,
pool, kiddie pool, jacuzzi, in-ground trampoline, gazebos, 2,600 square foot weight room, game room, lounge room, speakers all through the backyard. I got a goddamn 1,900 square foot in-ground fire pit with a rain. I got a whole park in my backyard, right? But what I'm saying is, respectfully, I understand what comes with the ghetto, because I'm from the ghetto. When you are a hood celebrity, not even a regular celebrity, right? The police know what that is. They know what come with that. You got homies, at least, and I'm gonna use a small number, 35 to 40% of every neighborhood is working with the police, right?
Wow. That's a stat right there.
Some of them are rats, and they know if you one of those dudes, they seen like, oh, this nigga telling, they seen what happened, right? So if you got a dude over there who watching what's happening, and he know we don't know about him, in his head, I gotta get these motherfuckers out there. Are you tweaking right now? You okay? And I seen you in the,
I'm just looking at the lights. I didn't realize there was a light behind me,
like
too. Let us know what you think of the lights.
I thought you hit me with the OG handsome then.
No. Right, this is what a drug addict does? They
Can I
kind
get
of
a
look
bump?
behind themselves?
Yeah, you
Oh,
tweak
shit.
like you
No.
some tweaker shit.
No.
Right, so I say this respectfully. Lil Jon, I tell Lil Jon, when this shit starts moving, this other thing I'm building, call Lil Jon in here, Third. Right? Because Lil Jon is a park general.
Loves the park.
He enforces it.
Okay.
I hate it. I get it. I understand it. Because that's where he come from. But I'm telling him, bro, when I tell you, when everything close out, and you in that position that you're going to be in, the other businesses we doing, what's the first thing I tell you got to stay away from?
The park.
If I'm telling my right, that man is close to me. I go to sleep around that man. That man got the code to my gate. If I'm telling my right hand, I got to get you out of there. What makes you think that that's where I want to? If I want to go to the park, I can go to the park. But when I usually go, it's because the homies is what? Wack, can you come out? We doing this, we doing that. So I get it. Yo, Wack 100 coming through. So I go. But is that my first option? No, because the risk factor of law enforcement, the risk factor of what I warned you about. Every day is enemies. Shit's happening. It's a dude getting out of jail that got shot, or his brother got killed while he was in there, and the dudes that probably so-called did it is over here. These are the factors. And when you ride in a certain way, you got to be a certain way. The police ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Right? Unfortunately, I don't like to say it, but I've outgrown
There it is.
where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I'm better than them, but I got other things going on.
Because I suggested the idea to them, not him, but Third and Rob. I said, you think Wack would do a vlog with us where we went and took a look around his old neighborhood? And they said, he'll do it if you bring it up on the podcast.
This the thing. The last time they said this shit, I went and shot a whole video.
What video
without
was
me
that?
saying, iron out my flag. AD, the homie from Dago, Mitchie Slick, Game, it was Game song. What's the homie from VNG?
It was like 10 years ago?
The rap, I'm sorry. The homie got the shoes. I'm in straight violation, nephew. Joe Moses. My apologies. That's family, right? Now, without me saying anything, right? I was literally at war in my neighborhood when I shot this video.
9 years ago.
Right? I was at war in my neighborhood. You hear me? Adam, hear me.
I believe you.
Mother, where Cuban at? Mother is being sent to the emergency room. Right? I chose out of everywhere, we shooting a video in the hood. Right? And guess what? Every major video ever shot in Pacoima come from me.
Okay.
The first one we shot was
Who's
Stacey.
this guy?
That's our white dude.
Look, sure, that's a white
RJ.
dude. RJ in there, yep.
Right?
He said, "Who's
The
this
homie,
guy?"
rest in peace.
Oh, that's our
I
white
see
dude.
AD.
Red Rum.
I'm looking for AD.
AD is the only Crip verse. He in there.
Okay. Oh, he rapped on it too.
He rapping. Yeah, he the only Crip verse. He the only Crip that was there. Somebody tried to disrespect AD them, and we didn't even allow them to deal with it out of
Ty
respect.
Dolla $ign. Oh, there's young AD.
Yeah, we didn't even allow AD to deal with it. Not to say they wouldn't,
shit.
but he was there with us, right? So what I'm saying is, respectfully, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100. If I want to go to the park, I go to the park.
I don't know why they keep on saying he can't come to the park.
But let's just do it. Let's make some content.
If I
People
want
want
to
to
go
see
to the
that.
park, I'll go to the park.
Let's go to the park.
But
It'll be a walk in the park.
But here goes the thing, right? I'm gonna be real. Here goes the thing. And a lot of people don't like to tell the truth. And cats like me and Lil Jon can speak on it. It's generations before us where it was even stronger. But our generation, once upon a time in our parks, see, this is the West Coast secrets untold. You couldn't drive down certain roads, certain streets. You couldn't pull into the park because it was supervised and it was thick. Bro, I'm gonna be real.
It ain't like that.
My
As much these
neighborhood,
days.
is more populated. The city of Pacoima has a larger population than Compton. Compton like 95,000, about 110,000. But it has 5% or 3% of the gangs in Compton on the urban side, right? So when you talk about a park, right? Paul Rue originated in Compton. Without Paul Rue, without Compton, there's no Paul Rue. So it's no Pacoima, it's no Inglewood Paru, it's no San Diego Paru, it's no Paru. That's the motherland of Paru, period. Nigga, if you a Paru and you can't accept that and embrace that and salute that, then you need to keep Paru out your mouth, regardless where you from, right? So when you got the city of Compton, right, and you got a park, Gonzalez Park or Enterprise Park or Looters Park, right, you're going to have the homies that occupy these parks. Fruittown is originally, well, shit, y'all originally west and then went to east, but Gonzalez Park is really on the west side, right? But when you think about Gonzalez Park, that's in West Side Paru neighborhood, right? But it's predominantly occupied on the daily by Fruittown Parus, right? But guess what? Because they there and they real homies, see the blocks will pull up, trees will pull up, you know, different homies from different sets pull up. So that's what made Gonzalez Park. People say Gonzalez Park is like the Paru Park, but it's the West Side Paru Park.
That's why Jim Jones chose to pull up there.
Well, Jim Jones chose to put up there because his roots to the West Coast come from over there, which originally a guy named Hot Dog. Rest in peace in West Side Paru. Hot Dog and Wacko very close. I don't know if they family, but they was close like family. So when Hot Dog passed away, Hot Dog Wacko continued the relationship. Now, I never said Jim Jones can't come to the West Coast. I never said Jim Jones wasn't a real blood. That's Cameron said that. See, if I would have said those things, my team that be in that park was already there. They're oblivious to an issue with Jim Jones because it's really not an issue. All I did is what I always do. P-Funk, he loved me like a brother. He gonna stand with me right or wrong. But if somebody send him a clip that he hears with my voice and they saying it's a federal wiretap, Little John's gonna send me the clip and say, P-Funk, what's happening with this? Shit, I answer everything else, right? So with Jim Jones, any other time I text him, it was a response. When he come into town, you know, certain people he needed, I hooked him up with. He did music with Coyote. When he was doing his quarantine radio, we can record from being at different locations. So when the clip come to me, I'm hearing the clip. I'm like, oh shit, wait, y'all, this was losing a federal trial? Yeah. I'm like, they didn't arrest him? No. So I'm hearing what's on the clip. So I sent it to him. What's happening with this clip? This is the same Wack, the same number that texts you and you call and we talk about this, that, merch, this, that, what's going on with this, that. You respond. But when I sent him that and what's happening with this clip, he went dark.
He went dark.
If you send me something, Wack, what's up with this? And I go dark, either
you're guilty.
There's some weird shit going on. So I never said you can't go nowhere. Now, you didn't came out. It's a bunch of shit he tried to do out here that I'm not speaking on. He tried to get verses out of certain people that told him no. He know. Damn. I bet he won't put that on 9 Trey Gangster. No. Right? That said no. He tried to get certain people to show up with him. They said no. Because they like, we know what you trying to do. Now, if you'd have got out here and said, Wack, I'm out there on the West, nigga, and it's on with me and you would have pulled up and your motherfucker ass would have went back in the Delta flight. And what I don't like is, nigga, I ain't clicking on with you like that for you to do what you doing because it's people out here that genuinely love me. I don't care who you with. The same individuals you with, it's people that genuinely love them. And it's cats out here that once they see something's going on, right, no matter the situation, it's going to be a situation. So what this bozo, when it did, was, because I'm getting calls now from everybody. Wack, you didn't tell me it was on with Jim Jones, because it ain't. So when you did that, now you didn't activate all these people who I either got business with, genuine love for, they got genuine love for me on both sides, that now, if your ass over here eating and they see you, they might respond. That ain't what I wanted it to be. I just really want you to answer to this audio.
But Jim, when he pulled up to that park, he didn't directly make it about you, right? He never said your name.
No, he waited till he got to New York and tagged and talking about where I can't go.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Listen, let me give you the makeup of the West Coast. It ain't no street nigga that can't go nowhere. We got niggas that went in the parks and got parked in the park. We got niggas that went in the park and parked some motherfuckers in the park, right?
They was about to get parked. We seen that deuce.
This is a fact. You see what I'm saying?
They driving in this motherfucker.
They coming in at 10 o'clock and late at night. The homies is in there. When they hit me, they like whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, shit, okay, I ain't. So I ain't tripping, right? You know, ain't no big deal with me. I've never said where you can't go. You was at the Ye's Grammy party. Rakita, nephew is security for Ye. I know you at the Grammy party. My daughter's personal security's in the Grammy party. He at Keyway from the other side. But I'm like, they like, you know, whoop, 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 whoop. Right? I'm like, okay, cool. But my mind is not on where dude can't go. And I'm going to be real, like, Jim ain't like that. You a rapper, you a great rapper and all that. But nigga, you 49 years old. You ain't did a day in jail when you supposed to. But that's cool.
But that's cool.
You ain't ready and willing. You can't lay down. Your empire takes you to be here to float it like a lot of ours do. But you not like that. Even the cats is running around with you know that you not like that. They know that realistically, if you set that fire, you are not willing and ready to deal with what comes with that. One thing about this West, when you think it's with you, it'll turn against you, especially if you from out of town. Should no out of town trust no West Coast mother when you going against a motherfucking influence. Because it could be the dude with the dude.
Damn, yeah.
Who just got some gas money. This
Damn, wait a minute.
real talk. Me and Stutterbox, the world will tell you we at odds, right? Who called my phone the other day and said, Wack, can you fix this thing with J Hood, my son, in Loose Cannon? That was, you didn't even know it. That was Stutterbox. Wack, I know we at odds, but your nephew, my son, is getting into it with Loose Cannon.
Right.
So you got to understand the politics out here get a little different.
Yeah.
Right? He know I can give a damn about him, but me and Lil Jon can get into it right now. We can get into it right now. Lil Jon could go to jail. We can have an all-out whatever. If your son call me and say, Unc, I'm in trouble, what I'm going to do? It's different. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of these out-of-towners don't be understanding the politics. And Jim, what you doing is like, you kind of draw stitches, because if it was a problem like that, you should have just let it be known and we could have just dealt with it like that. Right? It ain't like we ain't got homies in Jersey. On both sides. Rich Rollins side, Damu side. We got real homies in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? But he not like that. So for you to be like, trying to start that fire, but saying where niggas, you can't tell no nigga where they can't go.
Jesus.
On the West Coast. Because
damn,
you're only there because you're being utilized. Let's keep it real.
I'm going to stop it right there. We're going to do a part 2, man. Hey, Wack 100, man. The more I listen to him, the more I like him, the more I believe him. And what I stand on 100%, man, is he like, look, he telling big homie CeCe way back in the interview, basically, look, make a post saying the next time we meet up, you ain't gonna call no police and no restraining order. That way we can handle this one-on-one. I'm like, what? Then he went on and said all this stuff, how big homie CeCe is fake. The way they saying it, big homie CeCe is saying that they all do this just for the internet. And in real life, big homie say he ain't got time to play around with this, because in real life, I'm out here doing this for real, saving people, putting my life on the line. And Wack 100 and Loose Cannon is just talking game on the internet. But Wack, I don't know too much about him, but the more I'm knowing, this brother been doing this for a minute. You can't last this long doing it for a minute and doing some whack internet bull. You can't last that long. Big homie CeCe just getting on the internet. So, hey, y'all make the choice, man. Look here. We're gonna do a part 2. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.